guys, in doing this video, a lot of you are buying the Phantoms and stop laughing, Jake, it's my son laughing. You're buying the Phantoms, you're too frightened to get them in the sky, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to get these things in the sky. First of all, get your phone, your tablet, go on the Google store and download the DJI Go, the blue one there, right? Download that, stick it on the phone. They are saying you've got to update the firmware on the professionals and the advanced, like I've got, you've got to update the firmware on the SD card. Now, a lot of people say put the SD card in its own card reader, but this thing acts like a card reader. The SD card is in the slot there. I've plugged it in. What you actually do is, well, get the software first. I'm going to get the camera off my son. Give me a Jake. Go on to Google, type DJI in. You got DJI.com. I use that one now. Look, world leader in cameras. Click on that. It opens up that page. Apparently, with the standard, you don't have to do this. The standard is all done through the DJI Go app. But if you've got the advanced and the professional, click on Phantom up there. Choose your drone. I've got the advanced. I click on advanced. Go down to there. Click aircraft. And then up to downloads. Click on downloads. Now you've got a choice of firmware. Of course, we're going to use the newest version. There's all the old versions. I don't know why they put them up there, but we want 1.6040. Click on the file, zip. It will actually start a download and put it into your downloads. I got slow broadband. It's going to take a minute and a half. You guys be quicker. So I'm going to cancel that because I've already got the file. I'm going to go into my downloads. And oh, I must have had a text message. On my downloads, where are we? Downloads. It will actually put this file on your computer. P3S FWV 0106004. Double click on that. You do need WinRAR or WinZip or something to extract the file, and it's going to leave you with this bin file. So the next task now, we're going to put this bin file onto that SD card that's in the drone. Back to Jake, the cameraman. Plug the USB plug in. It's got the USB plug. Plug it into the gimbal.
On.
So, can the camera see that, Jake? On the side here. Alright, just plug it into that one. Once he's in, switch the drone on. You know how to switch them on, guys. Press the battery once, off and hold. So basically using the drone as an SD card reader here, right? Simple. It's found it, and on my computer it's put removable disk G. It might be a different letter on your computers. So what I'm going to do is, on G, the first thing they say do is format the SD card. So we're going to go up to format, start the format. It's going to say yes, erase all data, we know that. Click OK and it will format the card. There we are, card is formatted, complete. Okay. So once the card is formatted, I said that file we've downloaded, the actual bin file, you can either drop and drag it onto there, or what I like to do, I know what I'm doing then, is copy to. So I'm putting this file onto, we don't want it to go into my documents, we actually want it to go into removable disk G, which is there. Click OK, and it will put that bin file onto the SD card in the drone. It's exactly the same file that goes on the advanced and the professional. As I said, the standard ones, you've got to do it through the app. So that is now on the drone. I do it properly and actually do the eject thingy. Saying eject, A9 Phantom, eject. Safely remove the plug. And actually turn the Phantom off. So basically you've just put that file on that card. Right, to install the firmware, make sure the lead's unplugged, turn the phantom back on. The camera will do its head shaking thing, and you'll see the green light on the front flashing. When it's installed in the firmware, that light will alternate between green and red, green and red, green and red. The camera will go crazy, do wild and wonderful things. It will actually take 15 minutes, 25, but just let it do its thing until that light goes green again. When the light goes green, the firmware has been updated, and you can check it. You turn it back off. It hasn't done it on my drone because, of course, I've got the latest firmware on, which I'll prove now. You can prove it by, Jake, hold the camera please. Plugging back in, same one. Switch him on again. So we're using the drone as an SD card reader, just making sure it's gone back on. Now this time, it's actually, you'll see another text coming through. It's actually put two files in a folder on it. The DCIM is where your pictures and videos are going to go, but it's put this on result. If you double click the result, you can check. Now the top line on it will say result success, which means your firmware is okay. Because I've done it before, look, it is saying firmware on the SD card is identical to the oldest, and it repeats that. I don't know why it does, but you've got to do this even if you buy a new battery. Put a new battery in the drone, and you've got to do the firmware for that as well. Okay, so that's the firmware updated. So next thing we're going to do is start this app up. I tell you what, I'll switch the drone off. Cameraman. Because this is the part now we actually can plug this into the phone. Put it, when you press the button, it does come out. It's a bit slow, but wait until it's the size for yours. Clip it in, pop the USB in that hole there. Can you see that, Jake? Let's try it the right way, shall we? It was the right way. On the phone's going out the holder. Right. Putting the props on, quite simple. You got props with a silver bit, props with a black bit. On the top of the drone, see the top of that? Silver. On the top of that one. On the top of that one is a little black dot. Actually, the black ones are anti-clockwise thread. Hold the motor, spin them on anti-clockwise, nip, done. Don't do them up tight, they're self-tightening. Silver one on the silver, clockwise thread, done. Black one on the black one, whoops, anti-clockwise thread, done. On the last one, silver one, on the silver one, done. Right, always start the controller first, touch, hold, he's on, don't know why that's on now. I'm not going to start the drone up. We take him outside because the first thing it is going to, when you start this up for the first time, it is going to go through updating the firmware on the controller. Just follow the screen instructions. It's quite easy to do. It'll do it in a few minutes. With the standard, it'll also update the firmware on the drone. Just follow the instructions. Easy to do. Fly in. Get ready to fly. Always have your antenna so they're like pointing up. You know what angle that you hold the controller at. I hold it there, so I slightly spread them out. So let's go outside. Follow me, follow me. Right, we've got the switch on. First time you switch yours on. First time you switch yours on, it is going to ask you to calibrate the compass. It's going to ask you to calibrate the compass. It's a simple thing. Just follow the on-screen instructions. It'll ask you to do a little dance. It'll ask you to do this and spin around this way. You'll hold it like that. Just follow the instructions. Simple enough. Always have the camera facing away from you. That's the front of the craft. Because always have the camera facing away, or the stripes are on the front of the craft, because when you're travelling forwards is forwards. When it turns round, it's facing you. Of course, the controls are reversed. As simple as enter the camera mode. Right, now the strobe lights on the craft will be flashing yellow, which means it's searching for GPS. Wait until they flash in green.
Please check it on the map.
The compass is calibrated on mine, but you'll have to do that. Yours will be in beginner mode. Leave it in beginner mode. It's just a maximum range of 30 meters. So leave it, right? So turn that box off. Wait until you got green there. Safe to fly in GPS. Simple as that. It's ready to go. Don't be scared.
Oh.
Fly it.
Why didn't you take it up then?
Want to fly it? The easiest way to take off is you take off, touch that button, slide that over, whoops, slide him over, and it'll take off. Now, drone's not going to move. The drone's not going to move. It's locked onto the satellites. It's not going anywhere. It's safe. It's flying itself. Don't be scared. With the controls, easy enough. Now this is the one I call the safe control, because it's just up, down, spin left and spin right. As I say, keep the camera pointing away from you to start, guys, but take it up to a safe. You can see my camera's a bit too bright. If you would turn this one here, it will affect the brightness of the camera, so get it down to a nice colour, yeah, and that one there angles the camera up and down. So when the drone's flying, guys, just go up to a safe height so it's not going to hit any buildings. Just try up and down. Just try up and down, spin him round. Don't bother with the right stick until you're used to it. Right, spin around, left. Right. Now, as I said, I keep the red lights. The red lights now are the red lights on the front of the drone. Easy. When you push the stick forwards, it's going to go towards the red lights. When you pull him back, forwards, towards the red lights. Back, it'll come towards the strobes. That's the reverse. It'll steer to the left, it'll steer to the right. I'm going to bring it down for a safe landing. You can actually use the app to land it, right? If you're scared, just press that.
Landing.
Press that, and it will return home wherever it is. Okay. Even slows down the land, and it switches off. Right guys, end the video. Happy flying. Hope you enjoyed.